Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Mysterious Mystical Moment, Kiba Lion, Craig Dixon, Electra Storm, Susan Wotella, John Johnson, Jodine Johnson, John Johnson. John Johnson is used to be an anchor. Was it, well, yeah, he was an anchor in New York City. He's still around. In fact, Eugene Cowell's ex-husband, John Johnson. I don't know. I'm sure those of you from New York, I'm sure you will remember. In any event, welcome everyone. Today's Saturday, so today you are allowed to ask personal questions or political ones. And if anyone would like a reading from me, you can call me because I know you can't do it for tomorrow. If you need to talk to me, call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us. Otherwise, you can go to the to my web page. You can go to my website and make the appointment at psychicmilu.com. But tomorrow you may not be able to do it because that's the way the system works. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. So feel free to give me a call. Having said that, you know, the MAGAs, everything that we are seeing these people doing behind the scenes with the budget, messing with the with our economy, really. And I don't know how many of you read that Trump basically called for the execution of Milley, the chairman of our chief of staff. This guy, I mean, it's when they hit him, his supporters are not good because it seems like that's what a lot of people in government are concerned about. His supporters, they are concerned about violence, but at least his supporters are going to complain no matter what. But at least people will know he was given many chances. Some of the stuff that this guy does gets away with, there is no one. None of us can get away with it. Thank you, Diana, for resubscribing for my membership program. Oh my God, for a whole year. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. And Linda Pruitt says, Milo, when do members meet on Saturdays? At 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Linda, did you get my I did it 2 hours since we. I mean, I know how stuff work at YouTube, but did you get my notice? Did you get a notification today, Linda? Because you should have. I sent a notification out 2 hours before. I should have sent it out since this morning, but since I don't have a lot of people, wow. I'm sorry. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? The reason why I didn't send a notification earlier today is because I was wrestling with, believe it or not, with the membership program. On Saturdays, it's a big deal for me to figure out, okay, what to present, what to talk about, okay, and what to practice on. So I think what I'm going to do in the morning, on Saturday mornings, I'm going to send it out no matter what, even if I change it or change it a little bit later. So, okay, I'm sorry about that, Linda, but every Saturday, unless it's a holiday or something like that, or I have an emergency, but 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I'm in Florida, I'm here. Okay. MK says, Alexa told me. Well, that's good. Carrie says, good evening. Do you see my strange daughter bringing her 3 kids to see my mom who is not doing well in the nursing home? I left her and her husband. I let her and her husband know. I feel she will. Yes, I feel she will. Okay. Patricia Epperson says, "Hello, my friend. My husband is a non-believer, so I ask, is there a message from Dad? Maybe it will help him believe." Well, Patricia Epperson, you can't make anybody believe, okay? I mean, and even I mean, this is something just like riding a car, and I'm not in charge of who comes through, okay? But they tell you whatever they want, okay? So one second. Okay, Patricia, whose name starts with the letter A? Patricia, can you please call me? I had to get my I posted the number, Patricia. Oh my God, Josh Matthews. This guy knew. Joyce is asking, why did the mayor of Dallas flip from Democrat to Republican? Seems very unfair to the voters. You're exactly right. But it's not something he just, like, he went to sleep the night before and says, oh, I don't like this party anymore, I'm going to switch. No. He had it planned while he was running for office. I saw a picture of him, yeah. And that's not going to serve him well. Let's see what happens. But from what I understand, there are a couple of things they can do. His donors can request that he return the money and all of that. I hope they do. Okay. Diana is asking, Milu, do you see me in a serious relationship in 2024? I feel like saying, I don't know if it's going to be 2024, but I'm seeing you talking to a few people. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Tina D. Thank you very much for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. What I mean, I don't know if you're going to take, what I meant, Diana, is I don't know if you're going to take your time, you know what I mean, meeting these people and figure out who's best for you. Okay. And sometimes relationships may take a little while to get going. But yes, I feel 2024, absolutely. Thank you very much, Carrie G, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Milu G says, Carrie G says, thank you, you're the best. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. You're very welcome, Diana. Let's see. Somebody asked me a question. I asked her to call me. Who was that? Let me scroll up. I posted the phone number. Oh, Patricia Epperson. Thank you, Gina D. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Gina D says, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. All right. Thank you, Teresa Baltazar, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. Yes, I was talking about Trump. I don't remember what happened, and I got distracted with somebody else's question. I was talking about Trump and people in Congress who are trying to tank our economy. You know, there's a lot of communication. Obviously, we know. Oh, okay, I know. That's why. Hi. Oops. Hi, this is Milu.
Hi, Milu. This is Patricia.
Hi. Okay, whose name starts the letter A in your family or your husband's family?
He has a sister, Anna.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's to validate. So, one second. And where's the T, Tom?
I'm sorry.
There's a name also. There's a T name as in Tom. Do you know who that is?
Is there a Tom?
Yeah. Or a name that starts with the letter T. Okay, remember that.
T.
Remember that, okay?
Okay.
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 And also, who does something mechanical? There's something, the person was a mechanic or used to love to do mechanical things.
My husband does.
Oh, well, I have no way of knowing, right?
Yeah.
The thing, your father-in-law wants to say hi, and also there is, one second. Who's Sam? Oh, a name that starts with the letter S? Just remember that.
His family?
Or your family, because
Okay.
I can confuse the two of you.
Okay.
Your father, where is your dad? Because there is a father figure here for you.
My father has passed.
Okay. They're both coming through, and they want to say hi to you and to the rest of the family. And your mom is there too. There's a mother.
Yeah, my mother's passed too.
Okay. They are all together. They want you guys to know. And there's a dog here. What's with the?
A dog?
Yeah. What's with the B
Is
name?
it a little one?
Yeah. Who's the B name? A name that starts letter B. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a sister, Betty.
Okay.
My mom was Betty.
Okay, thank you. All right, so tell everyone in the family that your mom, your dad, and your husband's, part of the family as well, want to reach out and say hi to all of them, okay? And
Okay,
they
thank
said
you.
we'll hang in there. You're very welcome. Good luck to you. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. Oops. Okay, yes, there is communication between Trump, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Green, and these people. Okay. This guy is so full of hate. Marjorie Taylor Greene yesterday decided to change her mind and use Ukraine. Well, there is a reason why she decided she was going to vote against that thing that was supposed to be out of the committee. Basically, she dealt a blow to McCarthy. And they want to, you're very welcome, Patricia Epperson. They want to destroy our economy, and all of these things, it's all on behalf of Trump. Because they think, well, according to Trump's sick mind, he's going to be able to find a way to stop Jack Smith. That's not going to happen. And the Marjorie Taylor Greene and a couple of those people, I am not quite sure, but it feels like to me, McCarthy, he takes advice from Marjorie Taylor Greene as well, or he takes them seriously. I mean, at first I thought he was trying to placate her, but she's the one who's talking to McCarthy behind the scene. If we heard that McCarthy is removing the fund for Ukraine, she did that. She not only voted against it, but she's trying to convince McCarthy not to fund the Ukraine ongoing, us helping Ukraine defend itself. I don't feel she's going to be successful. But the reason why I'm bringing this up today is because I was getting it this morning and I finally made the connection. It's, you know what? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Trump, Gates, and these people, it feels like they're not in contact with or getting messages and like that from directly from Putin, but Trump, because he's, our justice system is allowing him to get away with so much. He thinks he has a license right now. His communication with Putin is not direct. He's to a third, fourth, or fifth party and letting him know they support him. And Putin is going to try to hang in there, hoping that Trump will become president and basically Trump will turn over Ukraine to him. But I don't think that's going to happen. But there's a lot of communication going on behind the scenes. I know our government is aware. They may not know or have all the links. But there's a lot of chatter behind the scenes between Trump, pro-Russian people, outside of government and inside of government. Because there are some people in the Capitol who are dumb enough to think if they successfully, just like Biden wants to do, change our form of government, they have it made. And that's one of Marjorie Taylor Greene's dreams. There is a book I think she wrote. She's doing the usual stuff people do. You write a book. Let's say, for example, doing this, the next best thing to do is write a book. And then hopefully, you get on TV. And in her case, she could get on Fox News and whatever media she wants. But the next level, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is what she wants to be. And I read her tweet. She wants to be VP. Or she will run for Senate. I don't think she's going to make that cut. Nor the VP cut either, because Trump is using her. Trump knows she's not, his family will encourage him. What's his name? Don Jr. will discourage him from picking someone like that. They want someone who's more, she has the loyalty going for her, but they don't think she's smart enough. And also she's too out there talking. So they don't need, Trump is bad enough at letting out, what he's about and what he wants to do. They don't want another one. They're looking for someone like Pence's personality if they were to get that far. But there is everything that we see these people everything we see these people doing that behind the scenes, like sinking, trying to tank our economy, it's all under Trump direction and directly from Putin. That's what's going on, and I'm not, for some reason, I have no doubt about this, because I never really, I know there is chatter behind the scenes, and I believe I mentioned that before, until last night. I was thinking about this, and I realized, because when they said Marjorie Taylor Greene was the last one, or the only or the last one who tanked that prevent that stuff from getting out of committee and be debated on the floor or something, however that works. But there is something that was supposed to happen yesterday in order for McCarthy to bring the bill to the floor, whatever it was. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is the one who voted against it, but it was under Trump's direction. That's why these people are putting our economy at risk, but I think Biden is aware of it, and Trump is not making friends. And, the notion that he thinks you're going to threaten a lowlife like Trump, who thinks he can threaten Milley's life, Trump has no idea, and his family, the repercussion that some of the things that he's saying today, how those things are going to come back to bite them in the future. They don't think. Watch what happens. Thank you very much, HC, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. HC says, "Hi, Milu, my daughter and I were planning a trip to Marrakesh, Morocco in mid-December. Would it be safe to go through with it?" I would wait. And it's because of the earthquake. So for some reason, I don't know why it feels too soon. Okay? I would give it another 6 months. That's where the earthquake was, right? I believe so. And why am I getting earthquake anyway? The minute you said that, that's why I asked you. I made the connection. Gwen Wagner says, "Thanks for all you do, Milu." You're very welcome. My pleasure. Thank you for your support. Can someone please? Okay, James Senki. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce the last name. Sorry about that. Senki said yes. Yeah, because I'm making the connection. Sometimes I don't, because when I'm doing this, believe it or not, it's like you detached. So, but that's what I was getting. I was getting earthquake. I feel it's too soon. Yes, James. Libya was the flood. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit Beyond the Stars. That's where the earthquake took place. But I'm with you, Milu. I got they should wait. Yeah, because that thing was a pretty bad. Well, it's tough. I can't explain every time when I give somebody an answer why, all the reasons, but the minute I read your question, and I feel it's too soon. Okay, HC, so give it at least another 6 months. Okay. Thank you very much, Veronica I, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Veronica says, "Thank you, Milu. You're the best." Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Okay. But somebody asked me a question. I just scrolled. I stopped it, and then it slipped away from me. Okay. Well, I'll try to scroll back up and look for it. But yes, I was talking about the Trump thing. It's going to come back to bite him. He is causing a lot of those things that you see people in Congress doing. it's Trump doing it. And last night, that's when I was sure I, I was right, because there are sometimes I say things because I have to, but I question, I'm like, oh my God, should I be saying these things? But last night I was sure I'm correct. Deborah Robinson says, thank you for all you do to keep us calm, Milu. My son is schizophrenic and bipolar. Oh my God, I had to put distance between us for my safety. Yes. Do you see him ever getting better with his mental health? I'm sorry. Yes, he has to continue and stay on his medication. The problem is, Deborah, yes, you have to do, I agree, for your safety, okay, you have to put distance, because what happens is they stop taking the medication. I'm sure you know better than I do. And when that happens, they can do, and it's not his fault. The person is not well. Anything can happen. So I know it's your son and you love him. You wish, and all of us wish, things were different. But you have to protect yourself, protect your life. It's not an easy disease to deal with. Okay? So, you will see him, but I think you're doing the right thing. Okay? Sorry about that. All right. Okay. I am looking for questions. Somebody asked me a question and one second. Okay. Oh, okay. Do you guys remember I told you I was talking about how McCarthy, he's jealous and he wanted to be a speaker like Nancy Pelosi? This guy is not very happy these days, because a lot of people, well, they're calling him a knucklehead. Just, that's one thing it feels like to me that's really getting McCarthy angry, because of the way Gates is dragging him through the mud. After someone like Nancy Pelosi, her success, her ability to do the job, it's like no problem. And he's struggling with a bunch of losers, and they think they know better than everyone else. And there aren't that many, according to what I hear in the news. Maybe maximum 10 of them that are causing all this. But like I told you guys, Trump can try everything. There is something else I was getting this afternoon. McConnell and Schumer are looking to they are in talk, they are negotiating to prevent a default. So we have a couple of things going. Some people in the House, as we know, they already made it clear they are willing to work with Democrats to prevent a default and things. But the reason why I'm bringing the Senate stuff side of the equation and to play here is because McConnell is fully aware of that Trump is behind all those crazy things we see in the House. And McConnell knows even some senators would be too happy to do Trump's job for him, but there aren't enough of them to turn the Senate into what they're saying, or to make the Senate, or to start behaving the same way those people in the House are behaving in the Senate. And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing Ted Cruz and these people. Yes, they would do the same thing if they could, but I guess that want, for some reason, I don't see the motivation of other senators to join them. So, but McConnell wants to make sure Trump fails. I mean, as far as thinking our economy, that's one big motivation for McConnell. I almost forgot I wanted to mention that because I was getting that this afternoon. Okay. Spirit Beyond the Stars says, will my oldest son move to California soon and will he be happy there? It feels like to me, I don't know what you mean by soon, but I'm getting like March, April. So it can happen between now and March, April of 24. And yeah, I feel he'll be happy. You know, I'm not getting, if he makes the move, because it seems like to me he's still unsure, I'm not seeing him unhappy. Okay? So it should be good. James, thank you, said Morocco, especially outside of the main areas, used a lot of mud bricks and unreinforced concrete construction. Yes, it's not only Morocco. A lot of countries, they have those. I mean, it's the old ways of building things. And yes, that's why. Oh my God, I was looking at the scene from TV. Oh Lord. It reminded me of that earthquake that happened in Haiti. I don't remember how long ago, at least 10 years ago or something like that. Oh boy. The ukulele bug says, Milu, what is your intuitive view for me to invest in a property with a long-term lease to a childcare center in New Zealand to earn a passive income for my retirement? My friend, I can't say this. Your retirement, I don't think it's not because the people are bad. You know, I don't feel the situation is. Ukulele Bug, can you please call me? Because I'm not feeling enough money or, the people bringing enough money to sustain you. That's the problem. Okay. Sandra Peterson says Kevin McCarthy will never be able to work in Nancy Pelosi's high pointed heel shoes. That's for sure. Oh my God. Veronica says, yep, Veronica says nothing is going to help Trump. He's done. He's done for sure. And he keeps digging the hole deeper. It's unbelievable what some of the stuff that this guy does. Shari H says, Milu, any new indictment coming? Yes, indictments they're not done indicting people yet. There are some more coming. When Delilah Gillis says, Rand Paul showed up in a red bathrobe and barefoot to make fun of Fetterman. Yeah, he made full of himself because, these people, Fetterman is have some pretty good comebacks for them, so he's handling the situation very well. But that's what they're busy making noise about, the way Fetterman dresses. That's to show you where their head is at. SK3 Gunjo says, I want to know if I will be approved to get a VA disability increase on new case filing. I feel like saying you will get it. I don't know if it's going to be the first time, but yeah, you'll get it. So keep after it, okay? And also now it feels like to me, well, with Biden, it feels like there is a concerted, effort, a conscious effort to help veterans. So go for it. All right. I didn't know about it, Delilah Gillis. That is so dumb. Cheryl Sminoff says, Milo, is it best for me to stay in my condo? I don't know what you mean. And as opposed to buying a house? Cheryl Sminoff, can you please call me? I'm not sure. I just posted the number. Let's see. Hi, this is Milo.
Oh, hi, Milo. This is Cheryl. Hello.
Yes, hi. Okay.
I just turned the sound down. Yeah, I own my condo, and I was debating about, like staying put here. I'm just sort of, bored and restless being in the same place for so long. But, money-wise, it's economical here. But I guess the question is, either I move to Arizona or I stay here in this condo, I guess.
Oh, if you should move to, well, I would wait before I move to Arizona.
Yeah, I have family there. That's the only reason.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have family there, then that's good enough. Being near family,
Well,
and you can make a sacrifice. You know what I mean? But I didn't feel like saying move out of your condo. But for family, it's more important.
but I mean, do you feel like I'm just, I don't know, I'm this way and that way about the whole thing because I'd have to sell this place and then move there and then probably rent and.
The thing is, right now, as you know as well as I do, I didn't feel like saying move.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, if you sell now and you buy over there, I don't know where you are, but
I'm in Los Angeles.
oh, so it's not, well, it's as high, if not higher, than Arizona. So
Yeah, it's a little cheaper there. Yeah, I just don't know if I have the oomph to do this. You have to,
Yeah.
completely move across,
Right.
one place to the other.
well, the only reason why I feel like saying go is because you have family there. But right now, and also since you're in Los Angeles, you make a little bit of money, but having the oomph, like you said, to go, I would wait. That's what I feel like saying. Give it another
Yeah.
year. How long do you have? I feel like saying give it another year.
I work at home, so I can,
Oh.
I can do it. It doesn't really matter. I'm semi-retired and working at home, so.
Okay. So
I mean, it's really hot there, and that's what my brother keeps saying. You don't want to come here. It's just so hot. It's like 112.
oh, it is, yes. 112, yeah, somewhere around there.
Unbelievable.
And your electricity
I know.
bill too. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
So, I mean, do you think I would be happier there or here? And then I better.
Oh,
let you
that's
go.
another question. Okay, I thought you were talking about
Oh,
investment. Well, because of family, that's what would bring you happiness. That's why I said if you have family, yeah, okay, because you're gonna feel you with family, reconnecting and all that, you with them. That in that sense, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I know. That's where I'm torn because I'm kind of like on my own here now, and it's sort of lonely.
Right. Yeah, well, that's where I said, and that's why I said from the beginning, for that, yes, it's worth moving because you're reconnecting, Yes, it may be hot, and the electricity may be high because I know the feeling, but for family and being near family, if you by yourself in Los Angeles, it's worth it. Okay?
Yeah. It's
Otherwise,
hard.
I'd wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, you're just saying wait. Yeah. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Good
Thank you
luck
so
to you.
much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Let me disconnect the charger for my phone. All right. Okay. Greg Dixon says, will my military retirement pay and Social Security be interrupted during the shutdown? According to somebody, in fact, somebody purposely told me Social Security will not be impacted. I don't think so, Craig, to be honest with you. I don't see these crazy Republicans, those Putin con artists, okay, succeed in shutting the country down and cause pain to everybody. So, and that's why McConnell is doing everything he can, and Republicans that are from district that Biden won, they've already declared they're not going to let this happen. And I told you guys that a while back. It's either McCarthy is going to make a deal with Democrats to get him out of the situation, or there is going to be something that's going to prevent this shutdown. And also a lot of non-MAGAs in Congress don't want to give Trump a win because they know his hand is behind this whole thing. He thinks he can defund DOJ, defund office, Jack Smith office, or some way somehow get away scot-free with some of the stuff that he's done. It's not going to happen. Trump is going to prison. It doesn't matter. The sooner he's beginning to accept it. I mentioned, I think last week, that he's asking, according to the news, I didn't get it intuitively, but I told you a long time ago he knew. But that validated the fact that I told you he knows he's going. He's asking people, where do they think they're going to put him? Will he have to wear that orange jumpsuit? Oh, yes, he's going to have to wear it. Yep. So, don't worry, Craig. We'll be all right. Okay. Melissa, okay. I'm looking. Oh, somebody said something. I said I was going to answer. Then Betty says, my brother said he loves every time. Should I trust that? I'm not quite sure. But I don't feel like saying, yes, I believe he's being honest, Timberlily, so. But I don't know what he said he loves, but I feel he's being honest. Somebody posted, that's a long-time subscriber who, let me see what she wrote. Something about Vivek. She's been listening to me for a while, but she disagrees with me about Vivek. And she told me Vivek was born here. His character or moral have nothing to do with religion. No, I didn't mention his religion. When I talk about Vivek, I'm not talking about I don't know how many of you, some of you have been with me for a long time. If you notice, I never mentioned religion really. Or if somebody's racist, I'll call you out on it because I don't believe in sweeping those things under the rug. And also, I mentioned I said something to the fact that I repeated something someone said about Vivek. It seemed like he expects people to serve him, and I'm going to share something. I believe I've mentioned this before. I was in New York City at the ARE Center, and this lady came into the office, and I read for her. When Spirit has a way of showing things to me, and I think I've done that here. When I read the comment that the person made about Vivek, it reminded me of that lady I read for in New York City, in a sense that that lady told me, I'm not saying all Indians feel that way, or I'm not quite sure what she was thinking. Maybe I think she has some mental issues. But what she told me, she says, okay, let me backtrack. I have to explain why the reading got derailed a little bit. She is in love with a gentleman from India. But, she's a very attractive woman. And she was living in England at the time, or traveling between India and England. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember anymore. But I remember vividly what we were talking about because of what she said. And I described two English gentlemen and the person she was interested in. The person she really was in love with is an Indian gentleman. And I described them. She says, yes, as well, my friend, I don't think this is going to work because the guy has somebody else. And among other things, okay? And then I described two English gentlemen, fair skin, brownish hair, and stuff like that. She told me she was not interested in white people because she was superior to them. I almost fell off behind the chair. You're talking to a black person. If you say, you see, the person is not thinking. If you say something like that about a white person, what do you think of me? So, and she was very, very condescending. Maybe she's from a line of princes and princesses in India, I don't know. But when they explained to me how Vivek, the caste system in India, and I heard the comment that let me rephrase this. My brother, because I worked with a lot of Indians when I was in the corporate world, I did not know about that, but I know some of them could be pretty arrogant. But that never really fazed me. In fact, one of them didn't think I should be his manager. So that's part of the same story. And then my brother used to work with a lot of Indians as well. He's visited India a number of times. I've never been to India. And he was explaining the class system to me, and the way they had to have something like we have here, affirmative action for the lower class, and otherwise you're stuck. And in Haiti they have a class something like that too. Okay, so I understand that very well. It's very difficult to go from the bottom class, oh God. Yeah, the mobility is not like in the U.S. You work hard, you make a lot of money, and then people say, oh, this guy is pretty smart, he's pretty good. You earn respect. Doesn't happen that way in those countries. It takes a lot of effort. In any event, when I read the article that the gentleman said about Vivek, that he expects people to serve him. That lady came to mind, okay, and a couple of other people. So I'm like, okay, that last thing, maybe those guys, they are from that class, the upper class, or whatever they call the upper class in India. Yes, Vivek wasn't born in India. Vivek was born here. But my friend, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And in fact, this week, he got himself in a little bit of hot water with the press because he never told anyone his father is not an American citizen. his father is still an Indian citizen. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because a lot of Haitians do the same. A lot of, from a lot of different countries, they will stay here forever. They never become an American citizen. Why not? Okay. I don't know, whatever the psychological hang-up is. You are here. If things were that good over there, we would have stayed over there. I'm very tough when it comes to these things. So, but I'm not talking about Indians. I'm talking about, some Haitians, not most Haitians. The minute, they can do it, they'll go and do it. But some don't do it, and I understand the motivation. They're still living back there. You're never going to live back there again. That's it. It's over. It's done. You can't live in two places. You might as well embrace. Still, you can keep your custom or whatever, but, it's good to learn new ways of doing things and integrate yourself. It's better. It's better life. In any event, so to me, okay, his dad has been here since, I guess, the 70s and never become a citizen. I'm like, okay. And then I read those things he said about Vivek. I can see why, he grew up, his parents raised him. Just like Haitian kids. They know the Haitian values. I'm not talking about parents, guys who don't want to become American citizens. We passed that. I gave that as an example to show that I understand that part. Okay, why Vivek's father is the same old stuff, doesn't want to become an American citizen. They're living in two places, and it doesn't work. And, anyway. So, it's just like my nephews and nieces. They were born here. But you can't help it. There are certain values, if you are born in a Haitian family, all of them aspire for their kids to be, that's what I know, so that's what I'm going to share. They want their kids to aspire to be doctors. Number one, you got to be a doctor. And then you can think about engineers and everything else. Okay? They expect you to go to school. They expect all those things. And that's why you will see, like I said, I know of Haitians. I'm not saying other people, other immigrants don't do it. Please don't get me wrong, okay? People who can't even read, and they'll work 5 jobs and push their kids, Unfortunately, some of them, I have a friend of mine who tried to do that, but he lived in a bad neighborhood, and one of his kids chose to follow the bad side of things, and he ended up in jail, but 2 others are doing well. He could read. I'm just giving an example, okay? But the thing is, Vivek, he grew up on an Indian family. Mom and dad were born in India. He can't help it. Yes, he's an American. But just like those Haitian kids, my nieces and nephews, they know there are certain things you don't play with. They are sacrosanct. You got to go to school, and you know how to eat, rice and beans and chicken, and you are supposed to respect people the whole way things used to be in Haiti. That's why sometimes they rebelled, all kinds of stuff too. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. It may sound perfect, but it's a very, when the parents are too rigid, because in Haiti they're very strict, and the parents, they come here, they remain the same. They get in trouble. In fact, a friend of one of my sisters got in trouble because in Haiti, a kid who don't listen to your parents, and in this country, you don't do that. You don't spank your kids. So that's to show you, and then the kids, they grow up here, they watch TV, they are Americans, and you do that, it can be big trouble. It's child abuse. That's what they call it here, but Haitians, that's my kid. You got to raise them right. But the point I'm giving you guys those examples so I can explain to you. Vivek's parents, they came here. Yes, Vivek was born here. He has some American values, but he has some Indian values as well. So if his parents, okay, just like some Haitians, they can't read, they can't write, but their kids are doctors, it's because that's what they know. And education was always paramount to them in Haiti, although they were poor, but they know. And they came here, they couldn't accomplish it, they didn't have a chance, so they pushed their kids. It's the same thing with the Indian families. Vivek's family, it feels like to me, was from an upper class. You know what I mean? And it reminded me of that lady in Manhattan that told me she was superior to white people. I'm like, oh my God, does this woman even know what she's talking about? You know, what do you think of me? I didn't ask her that. I just let it roll off my back. I didn't care. I just did the reading and I was done. I've never seen her that since. But when I read about these things, about Vivek and the way he talks, I mean, the guy was born here. His parents weren't born here. Okay. He's a beneficiary of African American hard work and suffering. And also, he came here, his parents came as an immigrant, and now he wants to return kids to their countries if their parents are here illegally. He doesn't even make the connection. So it's because he feels he's better. And that's what the people who work with Vivek said. So the person was talking about, I mean, my subscriber, I'm sorry you took me wrong. What I said had nothing to do with Vivek's religion or even the class system, because I'm not quite sure I understand it. You know what I mean? I know about it, but I don't understand it. I was surprised when my brother explained it to me not too long ago. And that explained a lot. Even when I work, there is a company I used to work for, and there was an Indian gentleman, you know, he came and they told him he was going to report to me. And I gave him his assignment, things he was supposed to do. He didn't do the job. He didn't do the work. He sat there for 2 weeks. And when I went to him, and the first week I went and I sat with him and explained, I thought I didn't explain myself properly. But he didn't know I was psychic. And then the second week I fired him. Because the reason why he didn't want to do the work is because he didn't feel, as a black person, I could help him progress in the company. He told me. He says, I don't want to report to you. I'm like, well, you're going to be out the door. I got so angry. You see, the person does not understand America. You know, I don't think he was here that long. But I'm just, and that's what I'm talking about. Religion had nothing to do with it. But I just wanted to explain that. You know, it has nothing to do with that. But I don't know. I'm not an expert in Indian culture. But that's where I was. Religion had zero to do with it. Okay, Melissa Thompson says the Indians I have known are extremely concerned with whether they are achieving, a certain kind of potential. Absolutely, I can only speak to my experience. All immigrants, that's one thing we all have in common. With America, I don't know about India. I can only speak for me. School, plenty. If you work hard, you're going to make it. So you better go for it. So I agree with you. Who said that, Melissa? Yeah. So I can understand that, and that's why immigrants, they push their kids. That's why you see them sleeping in the street in New York City and every place, because I can guarantee you, the minute they find and they work hard, regardless of where they're from, India, Mexico, or South America. There's a kid, I don't even think he's 19. He got maimed because he was working in one of those chicken factories okay, and the machine caught one of his arm and damaged one of his arm pretty badly. I mean, of course, they're gonna sue, but the reason why I give that as an example is, and he's underage, my friends. He's underage too. He's not even. I believe he was working there when he was 16. Okay, it happened a couple of years ago, so maybe now he's probably at 17 or 18 or something like that. So, all immigrants, yeah, hardworking, and they do everything they can. All right. Veronica I says, Vivek, thinks he's better than and more superior than everyone. That's the feeling I get from him. But Maddie brought him down. That's one thing. I don't know if Maddie has. Oh, Maddie Hassan is Muslim, right? I think. Okay. Oh my God. It's 8 o'clock. Sorry, friends. I didn't realize I was talking for that long. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, yeah. Thank you, Melissa Thompson. Melissa Thompson says Mehdi is Muslim. That's what I thought. All right. I didn't see any questions. It seems like I got everybody's attention. I didn't realize I was talking for that long. Oh, boy. Melissa Thompson says, I had a coworker who developed a severe dislike of me because I wanted him to sweep the floor, which was part of the job, and I was a female and he was a male. Oh, there are a lot of, from what I understand, there are some immigrants from certain countries. They have trouble taking orders from women. I've heard of that. Oh boy, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. I didn't realize it's an hour. Yikes. Oh boy. If anyone would like a reading from me. Oh, thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, or please feel free to call me if you want it tomorrow, or text me. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. Please give me a thumbs up. That will help me a lot. I'm sorry I got carried away, but I wanted to explain as I was trying to go fast. I didn't want to spend an hour. Unfortunately, I have, but I hope I didn't bore anybody. But I was telling some stories. I hope some Indians don't take me wrong, but I'm not talking about anybody's religion. Everybody come to this country with the same goal, be successful. So we're going to go for it. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you Monday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Till then, bye.